Feel blessed. Be blessed. Stay blessed. Good morning. Jackpot. I'm sure most of us, as many of us, have played Jackpot or some slot machine or something of that nature, going to a casino or, something along those lines. Whether realistically or, just through your phone. You've had that moment of where you're playing the game and everything falls perfectly how it's supposed to fall so that you win it all. That's an amazing feeling. It's a moment that brings even someone who is the darkest person in the world, once they get that jackpot, it's just like, oh my God, wow. The bells are going off, all the noise and whistles and all those things are just, it got you excited. I'm just going to flip that moment and say this. What if your jackpot was understanding who you are? What if the greatest jackpot ever given or ever created was understanding, loving, and accepting you for who you truly are? What if that was the greatest jackpot? Could you imagine the feeling you one would get once they do the things they're supposed to do to be able to move and give only as they can give? That moment when you no longer question your truth, you simply start living your truth. That you actually start moving from a space in which makes you who you truly are. Certain things begin to melt away. The curtain, the veils, all those things have no longer been able to put in your way. You pull back the curtain of life and found a jackpot that can't be taken away. Just like in a casino, when you hit a jackpot, can't nobody walk up and say, hey, no, I won that jackpot. No, that's my jackpot. It's the same way when you learn to love yourself. When you put in the work, time, dedication, and doing the things that is asked of you to do and no one else can do, no matter how crazy it may seem, or no matter how you can't even explain to someone else why you're doing what you're doing. But you're simply just choosing to do what is asked of you to do. Giving back to this world and doing what only you can do. It's because of your particular perspective of life that allows a different spectrum of life to be seen. It's only by doing the things that only you can do in the moments of worry, stress, pain, frustration, and doubt. How you move past that moment, it becomes something that is a jackpot. Because now you have that moment to go back to, and any moment you feel that exact same way. You're able to give a different response to that moment than you would have if you had chosen to give up in that moment of not giving up. The jackpots of life are not the things that most people perceive to be the best jackpots of life. It's not till you start winning those jackpots that only can be found by you being the best you that you will ever find a jackpot worth having. It's a really simple word, jackpot. But you say it and everyone gets excited, no matter who you are, how old you are, how rich you are, how broke you are. Anytime you hear those bells and whistles going off of you achieving something or winning something more than you expected to have, it's an exciting moment. So like I said, just imagine taking that same type of concept and putting it towards self. That you start doing the things that put you in line, that aligns everything perfectly so that a jackpot is the only answer that can be given. The matrix is broken, the code has been given, you're doing exactly what needs to be done to have things be the way they should be. You're pushing beyond those moments of self-doubt and self-worry, those moments where you stand in your fears instead of your faith. Those moments where you no longer question who you are, you just simply be who you are and do what you're supposed to do. Without a doubt, no matter the audience, no matter the applause, no matter the likes, no matter the dislikes, you just do what you're supposed to do because you feel better when you do it, because you're doing what's asked of only you to do. No matter how crazy it may seem, how crazy it may sound, but it's only when one is willing to shift and move from where they stand can they see a different perspective of where they stand. Understanding who you are, accepting your truth, whatever it may be, is the most beautiful thing one can ever do. It's not re-explainable to others that may or may not have gone through such a moment. But nonetheless, that moment holds a truth. But once you truly embrace it, no other truth matters. To move from the space of who you are, to be willing to give from a space that even didn't know you had to give from, that the jackpot of your life will be won. Because in all honesty, to give it to oneself and to move from oneself is a gamble in itself. Because there's no guarantee that it's going to turn out the exact same way you expect it to turn out. But that's quite irrelevant. The fact that you even gave the effort to give that moment a chance to even happen is a jackpot in itself. The lessons are within the moments we choose to try to ignore. But once you stop ignoring and you simply just do the things that's only asked of you to do, then the whole game changes. Every day will feel as if the jackpot of your life has hit. When you start doing the things that only you can do. Be not dismayed by the things that may occur after you start doing what you're supposed to do, that some things may melt away and no longer be what they were. Appreciate it for what it was, but let it go. Appreciate it for what it was, but let it go. Appreciate it for what it was, but just let it go. Just do the things that's asked of you to do. No matter how simplistic or complex it may seem. It seems the soul moves best when you stop asking and you just start saying This is what it is. Stop asking and just say, this is what it is. Stop asking and just say, this is what it is. And mean that from every fiber of your being. And I promise you, every day will feel like a jackpot. Being able to withstand life and still find a reason to give back love. Being able to stand tall and still find a reason to smile. Despite all the things that's weighing you down and pushing you down and making you want to be less than who you truly are. Because life can be complicated. Life can do things to some people that will break them and make them act out of character. Allow them to move from their ego instead of their soul. Within those moments, do not be upset. Allow them to be what they are until they choose to be what they should be. But until then, just pray. Just pray and hope they see the actions needed for them to be just who they're supposed to be. Because each and every one of us, no matter who we are, no matter what sex we are, no matter what color we are, has a certain task and a certain thing that's meant only for you. No one else. You. No one else but you to get back to this world. To see that moment for what it is. To accept that moment for what it is. And to embrace that moment for what it is. There's a jackpot all day, every day. In order to be willing to truly win, you must be willing to face all aspects of life. The good, the bad, and the in-between. Without being willing to accept the in-between, you really can't get to the good or the bad. Because the in-between moments are the real moments that actually fill the void within those moments. So learning to embrace yourself in the moment of the in-between, this happening or that happening, it gives room for something new to happen because you've taken the time to give back all that you are. You took the time to ask the question of who am I? Who am I? Who am I? And until you are able to come up with a different response than the typical response given to by most, you have never truly hit the jackpot. We all have a gift to give. We all have an ability to give beauty to this world. And once you learn to embrace whatever beauty you have to give back to this world, whatever it may be, no matter how small it is or how big it is, whatever it is, as long as you give back that beauty that's meant for you to give back to this world, no matter how it may look to others, you have stumbled upon a jackpot. When the cosmos choose to give back that 10%, you have stumbled upon a jackpot. Embrace it, celebrate it, enjoy it, share it, love it. Just let it be what it is. Applaud yourself for a change. 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 Do the things that you know you need to do to make you a better you. No matter who understands it, no matter if you can't explain it to someone else, no matter what, you just do what is asked of you. And I guarantee you, a jackpot, a jackpot, a jackpot of a life is what you will always feel like you have. Because you've done the work that most will never do. Does it make you better or worse? It just simply makes you more you. And to be more you is the most beautiful thing you could ever do. It's the best way to thank God / the universe, glory to the Most High, for making you the way that you are. Just simply saying, I appreciate the life that I have. Is to give back the life that you have. The love that you've come to understand, you give that back to the world. No matter who understands it or not, you give what you understand back to the world. You share what you have come to understand about life. You share your truth. You give back your truth. Just love who you are. Love who you are. Let no outside force dictate how you feel about yourself. Love who you are. It's one of the hardest things I ever had to do in my entire life is love myself. To love myself. To truly love myself. I make mistakes and I do things to still harm myself, but I tell you, I do things now to love myself more than I have done in my entire life. So the jackpot stage is full on display. Whether you understand it or not, whether you see it for what it is or not, it doesn't matter to me at this point anymore. I've learned to be more me. It's a dangerous but beautiful thing. I keep pushing. I keep fighting. I keep trying to just simply do what is asked of me. And a lot of times I don't understand why I do what is asked of me. I don't understand why I do what's asked of me. I don't. But I can't help it. I can't I can't be any other way. I've accepted that. And the more I accept it, the more beautiful it becomes. It sounds crazy. It does. I don't know why I do or speak the way I speak, but something inside of me tells me I must speak the way I speak and do what I do. And at this point, this is the first time in my life that I have truly just said, I've given into that. More so than I've ever given into that. And jackpot life is something that I can't fight any longer. It's a strange, beautiful place that I stand. It truly is. I can't even put it into enough words. But nonetheless, the more you know you, the more you love you, the more you truly accept you and understand that you matter, that you have a gift to give back to this world, no matter what it may be. Once you accept that, that's an endless possibilities of who you could truly be. beautiful. That's just beautiful. That's what life is. It's just beautiful. The good, the bad, the ugly, like all those things are needed for life to be beautiful. Because without pain, you wouldn't appreciate joy. It's crazy, really. It's crazy. Feel blessed. Be blessed. Stay blessed. Good morning. Just good morning. Thank you. Glory to the Most High. Good morning.
Sometimes you make me so crazy, but I'm still your baby. No, I ain't going nowhere. No, I'm gonna be right here because I'm crazy over you. You are a complete surprise. You're not the type of life that I thought I would ever choose. Now I can't see my life without you. I'm crazy over you. I'm crazy over you. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna keep on moving, 'cause